Never.
Damn it.
It's governor.
Sorry, I'm late, Dad. I mean, sir.
Oh my god. You guys cannot be trusted.
You can trust me, Dad. I mean, sir.
Whoa,
Sir.
look at the most controversial senator. Whoa.
Who's the most controversial senator?
I don't know what you're talking about. I think you misheard.
Okay. Okay. Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining me. As you all know, a few days ago, Lieutenant Governor Travis Human imploded upon himself, and the administration takes full responsibility for that. It was a terrible situation. We will miss Lieutenant Governor Drow, but people must be held accountable for their actions. And the Senate has done an excellent job in ensuring that that is done. Over the course of the last few days, I have been in consideration of several candidates for the position of Lieutenant Governor and President of the Senate. I have worked very closely with senators as well as experts on the writing of the new rules and the role that the Senate and I want to envision for this position. Someone who will be an impartial presiding officer that will work to enforce professionalism and decorum in the Senate, but at the same time work closely with me outside the Senate chamber and outside the presiding officer's chair to advance the agenda that we will work together to set, as has been expected of the positions since the beginning. This is, after all, the only position in the government that gets to work in both branches of the legislative and executive. As such, it's a very important position. There were several candidates, and I've spent the last several days reviewing all of them. But it gives me great pleasure at this time to announce to everyone both over Discord as well as the stream, as well as those in person, that this evening I will be submitting to the Senate my nomination of Mandatory Morale to be the next Lieutenant Governor of
Are
the
you
state of
fucking kidding me? Sorry. Hold on.
That's crazy, bro. The disrespect.
I will now allow Mandatory to say a few words.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Can we get Dave in here to fucking, like, reinstate, recall, please? Thanks.
Recalls are hereby reinstated.
Thanks, Dave. Hey, Governor, fucking!
Apologies.
Never apologize. That was perfect. I fully concur.
Today, please speak the man that shuts the fuck up.
Is that guy British?
Yes, whoever that was just said that is. Dude. Oh my god, get out of here.
I'm sorry.
I was talking to a cat, sorry. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Meow.
Excellent. I'll take any questions you guys have. And that
Yes,
includes from-
governor.
Yes.
Why mandatory morale, and what qualifications does he have for the position?
Well, he currently works for the Justice Department. He was also legal counsel to the Senate during this entire thing. He helped write the Senate rules. He's a brilliant jurist, qualified and competent individual who I trust will work very well in this position.
Okay.
State's
Who
attorney.
is this man? I've never fucking heard of him. Who the fuck
Well,
is he?
Clearly you didn't pay attention to anything.
I'm a new resident, so I need to be informed of these type of things. I want to engage with my community as much as
Who was
possible.
that?
Nah, I'm just curious to see
You know, it's been a while since we've done one of these. Welcome, everybody. It's great to see you all. It's great.
Mr. Governor, I've been here since LTC Class 1.
Hey, it was my
I've
turn.
never heard of this Lieutenant Governor.
His former username is Bizionics.
He didn't raise his hand.
I literally have no clue who he is.
I don't care. Give it.
Why not like
Man,
make
somebody's
someone
playing some-
actually relevant, Lieutenant Governor? I mean, I don't know, man.
I believe he is. And I don't think that whether or not somebody is publicly relevant is a relevant factor in consideration for someone for this position. I think that
I think
popularity
just
contest is
nominating
the thing that I want to
Simon, even
avoid
though he probably
completely.
doesn't want
Something that
to
PPD
make
would
him
know very little about.
You saying what, mate? You wanna throw hands?
Yes, David.
Oh, he's so. Are you showing aggression towards the governor? Can we get this guy out of here?
We got that guy out of here.
He was-
Yo, real
he was
quick,
impressed.
real quick.
God. We got that
Put it
guy out of here.
offline.
Well, to be David, I know that you have been going all up and down your campaign server, spreading all kinds of lies to all kinds of people who have been watching. But in fact, I gave a 5-minute address covering my thoughts on the resignation and the issues that have been caused by the Lieutenant Governor's resignation. It's extremely. It was a very terrible situation. But like I said in the beginning of this press conference, I think that the Senate did the right thing in looking into it. It makes me sad, truly, because Lieutenant Governor Draw was a very good friend of mine for a very long time.
What did he do?
He basically conducted some very fraudulent things. He
Okay.
attempted to, and was successful actually, in hiring people, secretly into the governor, into what he called his quote-unquote personal private office. He then worked with the former Secretary of State to hire unqualified people into the State Department, and then when those unqualified people abused their positions and the State Department took administrative action against them, Drow attempted to use his influence to stop that administrative action from taking place, which is very bad.
So corruption is what I'm hearing.
So, yes, the Senate looked into it, and all the rest is history. However,
Governor.
a lot of people have also a lot of people have speculated that he was, blacklisted from the community, and this actually
Calm
is
down,
not
Ronald.
true.
We'll go to McDonald's.
He was not blacklisted from the community. What ended up happening was he was suspended from group staff pending an investigation, and at that point he just left completely, and we haven't heard from him since then.
Okay,
No,
never mind.
Jaw was not banned. Okay, well, Dave, he's not banned from the group or the community unless you just did that just now.
Nobody said he
Also,
was
Dave,
good.
why do you come to these press conferences? All you do is contradict me. All the time.
Duh.
Same.
So is Ronnie. Why didn't you say anything about Ronnie?
That's the
Ronnie did the
only
same
thing you ever
shit.
do when you come here. How about you guys get out of here? Go do something.
How about you go fuck off?
Are you ruining our right
what's
to
wrong?
be here?
You guys are giving me
Yeah,
heartburn.
what the
Calm
fuck?
down.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have freedom to be
citizens
here,
to be
buddy.
here.
How did you win?
Yeah, but actually, what you do when you're here is just rub the fact that you outrank me in group staff in my face. So
You keep fucking using that. You gonna lose your damn job, bitch. Keep being a pussy.
please do.
Alright, bet. One moment. I'll be
Other
right back.
questions?
Order in the court.
Yes, indeed.
Alright, so what can you do to ensure us that there aren't other people in power that are otherwise, corrupt?
That's a good question because we had no idea that Drow was doing this kind of stuff. I mean, the only time that we found out that it was happening was when he actually accepted these people into groups. And it raises an important question that we need to make sure that we're holding everybody accountable. Now, the Senate's important in that role, but from my perspective, we definitely can be doing a little bit more work to ensure that these kind of things are not happening. I need to set better standards. We need to discuss it more. We need to just enforce the laws and ethics a lot more than we have been. Now, to answer your question about I can't tell you that there's no one else in the government that's potentially doing corrupt things. I can't tell you that for anything certain. However, I can say that we're going to work as hard as we can to make sure that it doesn't. Yes,
David.
it is Dan, by the way.
Pack him up!
But we are going to make sure we're going to work as hard as we can to make sure that we respond adequately to these kinds of issues, and that we hold people accountable, like we did with Drow.
Mr. Calvin? Oh my goodness.
Is he down already?
Okay.
Someone free that man.
13%.
Just
God,
right in the second. Right in the second.
Odd stuff.
Yes.
Mr. Governor,
Except I wasn't
is
there.
anyone going to be charged by
Yes.
the DOJ with official misconduct?
CBD would never let that happen. You're right here and you
Do
let it
you mean
happen.
in general, or do you mean is Zhao going to be?
Oh, great.
Just in general.
I think that it's definitely possible that the Department of Justice may charge people with official misconduct. However, I don't think Zhao is going to be, considering that he left the group.
All right. And also, are we going to get any names for the people who were involved in this scandal?
Well, there's a very short list of people who were involved in this. Based on all the evidence, those people were Zhao's Human, Jason Bourne Axis,
Or
KK
Titanic 2.
and Hennyverse. There was no one else that we know of.
If I'm the governor, yes, what happened next?
Now, former Secretary of State Axis is no longer a member of the community, as most of you probably know. Neither is Zhao. And the two people in question no longer work for the government, and I honestly don't care to know
You let me go.
what their status
If you let me go and I hit the governor again, that'd be so cool. If you like, come on. If you dance, you let me go. It'd be so cool.
I hear someone
Don't
could
let that
start.
go. Let him go.
Yeah, let me go, bro, so I can finish off the governor, bro.
Yo,
Axing the governor.
Well, we
Do
need
you
to
see now what I mean when I say half the population in the
I did
state
not know
is
that.
so insane?
So I can kill the governor.
Shit, I'll do that on your
I know
behalf.
that my address on this issue is a bit long, so I understand that a lot of you haven't watched it, and I get it if you don't want to. But for those of you who are members of the crowd that really don't care about the details of it and just want the short version, he did some fraudulent things with hiring practices, and he hired some people he shouldn't have, and didn't tell anyone. Any other questions about that? Or anything else? Hang on, David, I can't read your questions.
Mr. Governor, the state trooper in front of you
That wasn't a
asked
question.
a question. You just dodged it.
I don't think he did. He's standing right here.
He
hasn't
said,
said
Mr. Governor, I have a question. Mr. Governor,
What is
dodging
the
state question. He hates first
anything.
responders.
Question.
Oh, it's this guy got locked in the chamber.
Oh my god.
The guy's family's
my bad, my bad.
Somebody being
Don't
stepped
mind.
on?
Don't
What
mind
do you
me,
think?
Mr.
don't mind.
Governor, don't dodge the questions. The state patrolman asked a very serious question.
I've heard that happened. I don't believe it affects his character, and I think that
Murder!
Murder on my mind.
Choose your words
I
wisely,
want to be
friend.
clear that David Devil, who is shouting about this right now, supports this person and said so to me. Well,
Sorry.
oh my god.
Alright.
Governor endorses a murderer.
Yeah, allow Mr. Morale to speak on this, please, Mr. Governor. Allow Mr. Morale to speak on this.
And you're right, it isn't one question. It's one I.
Murder!
Dude, as you can I continue with this. So it was a regretful mistake, something I regret dearly, and something I was.
This guy's a murderer!
He's a murderer!
It's something I was
There.
punished
Get him out of
for,
office.
I deeply regret, and
Can
something
you
that
stop it?
I look forward to
Good
with the
lord.
I look forward towards
No.
the officer. I apologize.
Lock him
I'm
up!
here to be here.
No,
It's something
you haven't.
that
You work for me.
towards the
Stop it.
officer. I apologize.
I do not work for you, buddy. I work for the Major General of the
Yes, you
State
do.
National Guard.
So,
You work for
Thank
me.
you.
I can move forward. So,
I work for the Major General, sir.
You gonna take questions on it?
sure, I'll take questions. Why not? Let's take some questions.
Mr. Mandatory, what are your plans as becoming Lieutenant Governor?
Thank you.
You have to
So,
amend the law for that to happen.
some of my major plans, some of my first goals in the office of Lieutenant Governor is to work with the senators to address their concerns moving forward from the trial President of the Senate administration and on how to better support our Senate and do their job for the community of today. Another main focus of my term is going to be restoring the integrity of this office after what happened with the Capitol. So ensuring that corruption is gone from our government, ensuring transparency and clearness is one of my priorities, and I hope to work with the state to investigate and on the Fifth Senate.
On the Fifth Senate. Well, you know what? I think that
I look forward to working with all senators in the Senate, as I have many of them in the past as the Senate Legal Counsel, and I'm proud of all the achievements of the Senate so far, and I hope, as the president, that we can work forward to do great things for the people of the state.
I wonder who David Devil 2 is. In fact, you know what? I
Yeah,
bet he's
what-
not even in this audience right
I wonder. Who else? Any other questions?
Did anyone see that, man? That guy exploited here.
What are you talking about, Ronnie?
Yo, quit reacting, Ronald.
He teleported here.
Quiet.
Hey, this guy just finished his speech. Wait,
Sorry,
why are
officer,
you
I'm
guys
sorry.
clapping? Hey, Pinkerton, start clapping for this guy. Start cheering. I want to hear cheers in the crowd. Yeah, that guy gets
Shut up.
Excellent. Get out! Who's the one who's shouting so loudly? I love it. That is some allegations that you have just made there, David. I wonder if Toasted would like to answer them. You just called Pinkerton frauds.